burger.
And the burger of good.
Good burger. Okay.
So, Snow Day is my movie. Ramel, you're Good Burger?
I'm Harriet the Spy.
You're Harriet the Spy.
Snow Day.
I'm the burger of good.
Good burger.
Yes.
Guys, Ramel, are you hearing me echo?
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
No. I just turned on our Twitch stream, so we're live on Twitch right now.
We're live on Twitch, guys.
That's why you could.
What up,
you
Twitch?
Could hear yourself before.
Okay.
Okay. And alright. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're live on all fronts.
We're live.
All right.
Good evening, Twitch. Good evening, viewers.
How do we want to do this in terms of format?
I think we could just each take our turn. So if you want, I can just introduce the concept of the episode. And we can kick off with my movie, and I'll just introduce what it is, and then we can just dive right into the discussion. We all kind of, to some degree, remember all of our movies, right?
Oh, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, and then we're just going to have fun with it, because this is kind of a throwaway week, because nothing has premiered this week yet.
Right.
This weekend, we do have to see Candyman.
Hell yeah.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I wish... Again, just release this in October. What are we doing? Middle of summer?
It's just, it's honestly
infuriating.
It's one of those things where we bring this up every single time it happens, and every single time it's just as annoying.
Yeah, it's just
release
unreal.
Horror movies in October, or at the very least, end of September.
Right, because at least it gives us something to talk about too. Like,
correct.
Going into spooky time.
Right.
It could still be the same error, but for Candyman, this is a year and a half delayed movie as well. Candyman was supposed to release a while ago. And actually, yes, it definitely was supposed to release a while ago, because I included Candyman in my staff email for Women's History Month, because Nina DaCosta is the director for Candyman, and to highlight female directors in the industry. And that was when we were in the office.
Wow.
So that was probably...
What's her name? Nina DaCosta?
Nina DaCosta. She is also directing an upcoming Marvel movie. She's going to do the Marvels, the Captain Marvel sequel that will have Photon and Miss Marvel.
What has she done in the past?
Her repertoire is very small. She has a small indie film that I'm meaning to see.
She's more new.
She's more new, but she's getting a lot. She's been getting a lot of buzz. Candyman for her as her, I guess, like her first big mainstream project has been getting a lot of buzz as well. Currently on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe it's at 92%.
Wow.
And I've seen from trailers, clips, because again, you both know I'm not a horror person. I don't like horror.
It doesn't look like the typical like what the original Candyman was. Which was,
I was gonna say, have you seen the original?
Yeah, I've seen the original.
Yeah,
I have.
This looks a lot. This looks a little bit different. More thriller, I think.
Right.
Here.
Yeah.
Who's that actor? Who's that actor from the original? Because I
don't remember.
Well, that actor, I could never see him in anything else again, even when I was
because
like,
of Candyman.
Because of Candyman, I was
1992 is when the original came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that commercial during intermissions of like hockey games and stuff. That commercial would come on with the preview. I'm like, nah, I'm good off that.
I'm good off
with that hook,
and
that fucking hook.
Yeah, and even for this one, like the clips and trailers, I'm gonna shit my pants. It looks scary as fuck. Of course, God damn it, what's his name? Peel? Is it Peel?
Yes.
Peel? Yeah.
The one who did Get Out.
Yeah.
Peel.
Peel did Get Out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Keegan Peel.
It's Key and Peele was the show.
Keegan Peele is his name. Keegan. No.
Keegan?
No. Keegan Peele is the other guy.
Yeah. Oh. So what's this guy's name? The one that did Get Out.
This guy's name is. Should probably have.
Well, we weren't playing. Jordan Peele.
Right.
Jordan
and this
Peele.
guy is Keegan Key. The other guy is Keegan Key.
The other guy's
Key and Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, the guy that did Get Out and Us.
Yes.
Yes.
Get
He
on
pro-
us, yeah.
He's a producer on this. He's not the director, but he's a producer on it, I believe. And it also has that commentary, that social commentary, that real life horror element. The cast is outstanding. There is someone in the movie from the original. You guys know I don't like horror. It's not for me. But when you have this kind of up and coming director who's getting this kind of acclaim for her style, and she is going to be a Marvel director, and it has
definitely
90%
worth it.
on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like it's one of those I don't have a fucking choice. I have to watch.
I have to do it.
Candyman.
Yeah, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm
like
mad
it's like
about
when
it,
we
but-
had it's like when we were watching the episode of it's currently right now it's Candyman is sitting at an 88 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, so it dropped to 88. Okay,
It
but
dropped
that's
to
still
8,
strong.
but that's still very high.
That's still very high for a horror movie.
Horror movies don't usually get this high up.
That
don't.
exactly.
That's very high. That's good. So yeah,
so-
Friday. So we'll review it next week.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, ladies and
Yeah, we
gentlemen.
can get-
This is the Small Screen Society. We are here. We are live.
Nailed it.
That was
Nailed
the
it.
intro. That was us discussing a trailer for a movie that's going to come out, this week?
It's this week, yeah.
So we'll have some
We'll
stuff to talk about next
definitely
week.
Review.
Yeah, we'll review
Nice.
it.
But this week,
Is this a?
a little bit of a slow
I was
week.
gonna say, real quick, is that a streaming release or a theater
No,
only?
theater
I think
only.
it's 3D exclusive, so I'm gonna mask up.
That's what needs to be done for this type
yeah.
of movie, I think.
Mask up. If you can select your seat beforehand, do it. Like select the ones that are away from
everyone.
people. Maybe go
Yeah.
to an early
Matinee,
showing
perhaps,
or a
yeah.
fucking very late night showing.
I go very
Whichever-
early. Yeah, I go very early in the morning, and usually it's dead empty for the
Yeah,
first screening.
yeah.
in
The
That's
morning.
where
mornings,
yeah.
mornings are probably the best if that's what you're trying to do is avoid people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, I was doing that before the pandemic because with the mass shooter thing and like theaters
Also
being
that-
Yeah.
segregated beforehand.
Yeah.
It became a phobia for me to be in theaters with like a lot of people. Like when we went to go
Right.
see Justice League, you didn't know, but like I was kind of having a mini panic attack next to you because it was premiere night and we're like in a stuffed theater and there was no exit.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like anticipating someone getting up with a gun. So I always watch movies first thing in the mornings on Saturday before the pandemic, when it's just like me and one other person. Because if you're gonna just shoot me, like, all right, like, that's how you're going out.
Well,
Yeah.
real quick for next week, there's actually two movies that I would like us to do.
Okay.
One is obviously Candyman. The other one is the new one with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, the like the
Free
video
Guy.
game
Free
thing.
Guy
Free
or
guy,
whatever.
yeah,
Free
yeah.
Guy, yeah. Is that for
have,
streaming?
I have heard very good things about it, and I think that it's important that we do, since we are kind of starting to slowly get back into like a lot of movies coming out. Well, not really a lot, but like movies coming out.
Movies
We
coming
should
out.
be seeing new stuff, especially stuff that does
Yeah.
pretty well.
Especially with a guy like
not-
Ryan Reynolds, it's gonna be
We
great.
don't have to review a movie like He's All That, which is about to drop on Netflix, I think, in the next couple days.
I saw that trailer and I was like, what? I was like, absolutely not.
No.
I almost lost all of my passion for film watching that trailer. I was like, we're not doing this.
It's,
I was like, we're not
That's amazing.
doing
They
this.
made the title like the little like title logo exactly the same as the She's All That title logo, but obviously it says he, and it's just like, why?
Just do
why,
less.
Why?
I want to what
This one didn't need to get
data-
remade.
What data is Netflix getting from streamers that's like, it's like, you know what?
This
She's
is the
all
one
that.
we need.
It's just I think it's really just the idea of remaking something from the 90s. They're just trying to latch on to literally anything that could possibly
Anything
take
and everything. Yeah.
what
Well,
Is that even the
either-
2000?
It's like, hey, let's take something from the 90s. Let's throw a very popular, famous TikTok star as the fucking lead, because we don't have any good actors left. We have just TikTok stars, apparently.
That's who's the lead, a TikTok person?
Yeah, so her name is Addison Rae.
Bro.
Look,
You know what's scary?
Maybe it's clearly for the tweens and the teenage people.
Correct. Yeah,
so
of course.
I don't
Maybe
know,
it's fine. Maybe they'll like it, but no.
You know what the scary thing is? We're gonna start hitting the threshold where like 2000s movies, which were already kind of trash, are gonna get remade, and then we're gonna be in just a world of hurt because God damn it, they're trying to polish a turd. Hey, it's not gonna work.
I am a little curious though.
That is a little bit of a fear.
It's
I'm a little curious.
It's not
though.
good, man.
I'm curious for the 2000s era. In hindsight, what will be looked at with rose-colored goggles?
Right.
In hindsight, because I know that at least for now, early 2000s R&B is the thing that has a very special place in hearts.
Right.
So when it comes
R&B
to
and
film,
rap.
and rap, yeah.
Really, the early 2000s up until about 2005 was like looked at as just as popular, if not more, than some parts of the early 90s. Like,
Right.
It's really, I mean, and I say this probably because I'm very, very biased, because my favorite decade was 95 to 2005. Like that decade of that decade of time was just, I mean, everything that happened in that period,
It's untouched,
I enjoy,
unrivaled.
and it's to me, it's nostalgia filled, and everything was beautiful, and everything was done well, and
yeah, that was I think the end all be all. Some of the best entertainment period back then.
And the prime of my youth,
exactly,
was that 10-year period. So obviously, like, you look at all the people that are now my age, between 30 and 35, even maybe some people that are late 20s.
Yeah, you honestly, like, you could probably go up into almost 40. Yeah.
So anybody right now between the age of, like, let's say 29, 28 maybe, and like 38 is like prime customer for that period of stuff. So
yes,
and think about what demographic really is. I mean, really from a financial standpoint, in that
buying
age
stuff.
bracket. We're the ones that are we've been in our jobs for at least over a decade. You know, we're
most of us have some type of money.
We either own businesses or things like that. We're not really starting out. We're not fresh out of college broke. So we're the ones that are really going to be spending the money here. Let's make sure we market to them, and that's what they're doing. And that's why She's All That's out, because they're going to try to get us, who also have kids at this point, some of us, to also watch these stupid things. And I feel like that's just what they're trying to do. But the problem is here, not everything works. Not everything should be remade.
Exactly.
And
I tell you what, man.
The answer is no.
It's scary, and but I am looking at a list of like early 2000s movies, and now my fear is not bad movies that are going to get remade and be worse. It's good movies that are going to get remade and be terrible. Like movies like Aaron Brockovich, American Psycho, Gladiator, Bring It On, Remember the Titans, Castaway, stuff like that. It's like those are pretty solid. They did all right. They hit their stop. But now if we're going to remake them with TikTok stars, I don't know, man. I don't need to see Logan Paul dressed as Russell Crowe in Gladiator 2. I don't need to see that shit.
I don't need to see exactly. I don't need to see another Bring It On. I don't need to see.
No. Well, there were sequels to Bring It On, like those like straight to VHS.
But they were like after that came out, so it was like within the grace period.
Yeah, like how American Pie has like 19 affiliates. You know, Van Wilder has like 10 affiliates.
Yeah. Van Wilder has so many affiliates. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's like Van Wilder's Picnic Day or some shit like that. And it's like 17 movies later.
Rise of Taj.
Rise of Taj.
Whatever.
Speaking of nostalgia, we are here today to discuss nostalgia.
That was a good segue.
I'm wearing my All That shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For this prime occasion.
I wore my Snick shirt I think the last episode. I should have saved that for this one. If I would have known, we would have been perfect.
I wanted to wear something orange, and I don't own anything orange.
It's okay, because our background for the episode when it is uploaded to YouTube will be bright Nickelodeon orange.
There we go.
Can you somehow get one of us to get slimed at some point during the recording?
I wish that we had the technical abilities to CGI some fucking slime, but
well, we did just hire a producer.
Yeah,
We did just hire a producer.
So maybe once we get the ball rolling with this new hire, they'll be able to bring us to a new creative level.
I can just imagine as we're talking on the screen, I could hear him cursing us under his breath as you hear like a pot just like stirring, trying to make the slime. Like son of a bitch.
I'm out here just it's good. It's like that scene from Rugrats where Stu's making the chocolate pudding for Angelica at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I just have lost control of my life.
Yeah.
More coloring.
Okay, so we decided that we are gonna watch. This is a slow week. We are gonna watch or pick 3 movies. Pick a topic. The topic this week was Nickelodeon movies.
Yes.
Nickelodeon movies specifically that we remember that gave us nostalgia. So that's what we did, and we picked 3 very good ones. And I hope that anybody who's listening to this has seen them all, because if you haven't, I feel bad for you. Please watch them.
Right. And now we're going here live action movies. So like as much as we love
not
the Rugrat films or Hey Arnold the movie.
Correct.
Not today.
These are live action movies because obviously Nickelodeon was mostly cartoon shows, animation, but the live action movies is where that we're kind of gearing here for here. So I picked Harriet the Spy.
Yes.
Now, I haven't seen these movies in a super long time, in a very recent window, but Harriet the Spy, holy shit. First thing, right off the bat, let me tell you something right now. I wanted to fucking spy, and I wanted to do all of the things that she did.
Yes.
Right after watching this fucking movie.
Yes.
Take out of the notebook. Write down all the things that are happening in my neighborhood. Look through people's windows. Peeping Tom type shit. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Back when you're a kid, it's cool.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, it's fine.
I wanted to go and buy spy equipment. Shit to help me hear better. I wanted to have a secret, fort place that I can have as my base for secret operations. Like this movie was like a dream in terms of what you want to do as a kid, and it's. I think she lives in the city, kind of. Is it or no?
Yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg. Yes, Harriet. I think they live in like a city-ish.
It's like a city-ish area because it's not like a suburb.
No. She lives in kind of
because because like there's that one scene where she gets her head like stuck in the bars of the window, and it's like in a crazy alleyway.
Yeah.
So I think it's very very city-ish.
Right, and I remember that's like another type of thing that made me want to live in like a city-ish area to do these kind of things, kind of like what Hey Arnold was doing for me at the time.
Yeah,
because Hey
definitely.
Arnold at the same time was giving me the same kind of feeling of, damn, I wish I was in the city so I could go and play in fucking Gerald Field, or like you know what I mean, like things like that. Cast, great cast. I don't know really any of the like the little kids. I don't know if they even did anything more than that.
Michelle Trachtenberg
is the main character.
And Rosie O'Donnell.
And Rosie
O'Donnell. That's basically
was her like nanny type thing.
Advisor, person.
Whatever. It's the movie kind of gives you this group of kids, and they go and they're doing all, and they're friends and whatever, and then she's spying and shit, and then I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe at some point they found the kids in her class find her spy book, which is where she writes all her notes.
Exactly. That
sort of like a Mean Girls burn book type of thing.
Burn book, exactly.
But that scene is why I don't like this movie.
Why?
Well, honestly,
you take the risk by writing everything down.
Let me be very clear. So Harriet the Spy is a fun movie for the most part, but then comes the part with that bitch, that popular girl bitch, takes the notebook, and they're sitting on the park bench. Like right now, I'm getting
the Regina George.
The Regina George type, absolutely.
Honestly, worse than Regina George.
Yeah.
Worse than Regina George. At least had some comedy to her. This was just straight up.
She's a bitch. She's a bitch.
Yeah. Evil. Like I'm getting acute anxiety just remembering it. Because wanna know why? Because it was. where Regina George's antics were satirical and had that like SNL like drop of like of irony and comedy. Yeah. This was just like a good representation of a mean kid on a playground.
Yeah, this was very malicious.
Like, this is just like malicious. Like a year or two away from puberty, just absolute evil bullshit. And then when she sits on that goddamn bench and she starts reading The Notebook, and then her friends slowly start going to her side and like abandoning her. And then the thing when they like all like throw paint on her at one point too.
Yeah, they cover her with like blue paint. But that's the thing. That's one of the things I don't like about the movie, because after, all right, listen, if there's a book that comes out that's got a bunch of shit talking about me, I'm probably not gonna be happy. But this is basically some hardcore bullying right now.
That's what
it is.
Agreed.
That poor girl who was already going through some shit as it seems like, in her life, using this spying outlet, this super spy thing to kind of just at least have something. It gets taken away from her, and then the friends that she does have, they get turned against her. Everyone hates her. Kind of makes you feel bad. And when you look at it now as an older person, it's like, damn, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have been laughing at poor Harriet getting covered in blue paint and diving into a pool.
This movie was based off of a book, correct?
Yeah.
60s
book, I think.
Earlier? Okay.
It was like a picture book, and I only know that because RuPaul on SNL did a reading sketch, and one of the books was Harriet the Spy, and he just goes, Harriet the Spy, girl, bye, and then just like keeps going. It was so funny. But yeah, no, absolutely not. The bullying factor was too real. I was bullied in elementary school. Hi, survivor of elementary school bullying. And I was like, this is too real. Every time I saw it after that, the first time, when it got to that part of that fucking orange VHS tape, I just fast forward.
Get me to a happy part. Just get me to a happy part.
Get me to the part where it's all resolved and become friends again, because this part I can't do it.
It's tragic.
She had the get up. She had the the yellow raincoat.
The yellow raincoat was dope.
The yellow raincoat was very
that was
90s grunge, you know.
90s grunge, yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I that's one of the things about the movie too, it wasn't like overly kiddie too. Like it had its moments where I think like she's spying on adults, like she's spying on people that are I think at one point cheating on each other or something in like the Asian store, the Asian bookstore or
right. There's
like drama
some
going
adultery
on with
happening.
Adults. So it touched on some important stuff. There is another particular scene that I enjoy that affected me greatly was the scene where she's making some kind of sandwich. I love that sandwich. I started making that sandwich all the time. She just slapped on 2 pieces of fucking white bread, a whole slab of mayo, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then just like fucking just mashed up tomato. Just fucking mashed up tomato, and then I think that was just the sandwich.
I think you're right.
It looked good.
I think Nickelodeon
looked good. I wanted it.
Nickelodeon's responsible for, I guess, several of the most delicious sandwiches that I've ever seen on television. That being one of them, and the My Brother and Me sandwich, where the guy makes like a 2-foot sandwich, and
the sub
pristine.
The sub.
He's putting a little bit of hot sauce.
The hot sauce.
Yeah.
And every time he tried to bite it, every single time he tried to take a bite out of it, something happened, and he would.
Something interrupted him. Yeah. Oh my god, that's a class. You know what? We need to do an appreciation episode of My Brother and Me.
Agreed.
If we haven't done that yet, I feel like we've had to have spoken about that.
If we can find,
we've touched on it, but we haven't.
All the episodes. I don't know where I can find.
Ramel, there's like 8. I can find them.
Oh, true.
I tweeted Paramount Plus to be like, you got to get this show in the catalog.
You have to. You
got Rainbow Bright on there. I don't give a shit about it. Get me My Brother and Me. Get me some of these heavy hitters that you're missing, because it's like literally maybe 11 episodes, and fantastic. I mean,
I need Dee Dee and the Bully. I need Goo Punch.
Goo Punch.
I need the one with the washing. They fuck up with the washing machine and the soap gets everywhere.
Prank War.
Yes. Oh my god.
Cool Dr. Money haircut with Dee Dee. Hit me.
Hit me. What happened?
Another thing.
I got hit.
One of the things I love about that show is like they just like the '90s fashion is in full. It's in full like force there. Like they're in Charlotte, so everyone's rocking like old Charlotte Hornet stuff. It's teal and purple. It's bright. It's like I had that hat when I was a kid. I don't know why, like that type of stuff. Seeing it now, it's like damn. We almost didn't appreciate it as much as we should have back in the day.
Correct.
Of course, we didn't have money to buy it. Our parents were doing it for us. But yeah, they went.
Yeah. But yeah,
That's why eBay's my best friend right now.
Harriet the Spy is awesome. It's a really good movie. It's obviously the bullying part aspect happens, and then things get resolved. She makes up.
Gotta have a happy ending.
Whether or not I don't know. Remember if she makes up with the bully girl at all? I think she definitely makes up with her friends.
She makes up with her friends. I don't remember what happens with the bullying girl.
Yeah.
I feel like she got the. I think she got her back in like some like small laughable manner.
Right. Yeah.
If my memory serves me correctly.
I don't think they became friends, which is realistic.
Maybe there's an understanding there. Yeah. No. Absolutely.
You make up with your friends. You don't have to all of a sudden randomly be friends with your bully. Just everything kind of squared away. But that was. I mean, Harriet the Spy. It's not. These are movies that aren't like crazy movies. They're just fun and
yeah, they're fun. They're geared towards kids.
A kid now, even though yes, it's a period of time where kids didn't have cell phones, they didn't have tablets, they didn't have laptops. So kids are in these movies. They're out and they're doing stuff.
Right.
It
gives you that.
It changes. It's different from what kids are experiencing now.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, I have no idea what kids are up to these days with like the internet.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they are out and experiencing stuff just in a different way.
They're out there doing TikTok and crate challenges, man. They're not. Come on.
Yeah.
They're not getting the.
Right. I don't see how you can watch this movie as a kid and not relate to it, because you're going to probably experience the same kind of stuff at schools anyway. You know what I mean? So I think it's still something that kids should watch and will have just as fun of a time as we did, in the fucking 90s.
Right. Kind of like learn from it.
But if your kid's bully, just fast forward past the parts I said, because it's really tricky.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. It gets a little bit.
Or
one thing I want
them watch it so that they can see it, visualize
the reverse.
Maybe your kid is a bully and needs to see it to really understand the effects of being a bully.
Right. The ramifications of being bullied. Yeah.
All right. If your kid is a little shit, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah. Watch this, bitch. You're like
definitely recommend it.
As long as you're like not like an old Doyle Rules type dad, it's good.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Most are. We are not rating these movies, correct?
I don't think we have to.
I don't think we have to.
I mean, I will.
I'll do it. Let's rate it. Let's rate it.
Fine. Harriet the Spy will get a. I mean, all of these movies have to get high grades because I've rewatched them all.
They potentially have molded us
them all multiple
as
times.
people. Right.
I'm gonna go 8. 7.
Okay.
7.
Pika?
So I'm gonna add a little something to my rating. You brought up some good thing, rewatchability, classics, potentially have molded us as kids. One of the things that I remember kind of vividly about this is they did have a really sweet toy run based on this movie, and like when you're young and you're watching, it's like you want to have like that little like decoder light and the binoculars that she had on the belt.
That's what I was talking about at the beginning. Like it made you want to have all of the spy objects and the spy toys and the spy shit.
Okay.
So it's like you know how like Home Alone had the talk boy and they even made like a talk girl type thing. This I think like kind of related almost more towards girls because Harriet was a little girl going out there getting into some of this mischief, doing all this stuff. So it's almost like they had that type of effect. Like the girls want to go out there get these little spy gear. Even I wanted a marble book with private written on it, even though I didn't write as a child.
Yeah. She had her belt where she had all her spy tools, like the binoculars and the like flashlight and shit like that.
Damn. Tell you what, this just reminded me of another Nickelodeon show that we might have to review at some point if we could find my brother and me also, is The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo. Same type of thing. Older. Listen, Nickelodeon knew what they were doing with the whole spy shit before it was cool.
Yeah.
Shelby Woo should have been brought on Special Victims Unit, reprising that role for an episode. And fuck Viacom.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 7 as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna defy you both and give this movie a 6.
Okay. I mean, that's
fair.
terrible. It's better than
That's
a
fair.
fucking 5. 5 or lower would be disrespectful.
Right.
Okay, so I missed the mark. I was hoping to disrespect, but I
No,
can't change it now.
It's fine.
It's obvious that I'm trying to disrespect.
5 or lower is disrespectful.
So
These
I'm gonna
movies
remember
were
you
from
said
our
that, though.
childhood.
I'm gonna take it out on Snow Day. Just recognize.
Correct.
don't do
Yeah.
that. We all know.
Couple
we all know
points.
that Snow-
Couple points.
We all know that Snow Day is one of the most epic and important films that Nickelodeon has ever made.
Wait, before we move on, very quickly, just to finish off with Harriet the Spy, Apple TV is bringing back Harriet the Spy as an animated television show,
Oh, okay.
and I believe Beanie Feldstein will voice Harriet. Beanie is the sister of Jonah Hill, and she is going to be in the upcoming series Impeached, or whatever the fuck the name of the show is.
Impeachment for American Crime Story. Yeah.
For American Crime
Story.
Story,
She's
yeah.
gonna- She's going to be playing Monica Lewinsky, but she is on board Harriet the Spy animated series.
Nice.
Apple TV Plus.
P.S. We're
We'll
also
give it-
going
we'll
to
give it a
have
shot.
we're going to have weekly impeachment watch.
Yeah,
watch.
definitely.
Oh, no. Impeachment watch will happen.
Yeah.
Did we do that for for Versace
dress
on this
watch.
on this podcast?
I don't know if we did. No, we definitely talked about Versace.
We did talk
but we
about
didn't
Versace.
do like a weekly episode.
Okay, so we're gonna have a come
It was
watch
over
then.
by the time. We're
Yeah,
gonna have
it
a
was
come
over.
watch.
Right.
For sure.
We're
Come watch.
definitely gonna have
I
to
like
have a
it.
come watch.
Yeah.
Come watch 1,000,000%.
Correct. Okay, so what was the next one we were going to do?
Let's just do Snow Day. We already kind of said.
Get it over with.
Bring
Let's
up
tease
Snow
it.
Day.
Let's
All
get
right,
into it.
here we go. Snow Day, my movie for the Nickelodeon Appreciation Week segment. So, Snow Day is a Nickelodeon film. I remember this because it was at the prime of my youth, my little kid age. Amazing theme song by Hoku. All right, first of all, that theme song was I don't remember any music from her, but that one song was great. Snow Day is about, as you already know, because it's in the fucking title. And also Chevy Chase is in it.
Chevy Chase. It's actually a really good cast once you look at it, because
It's a great cast.
It's a great cast. Chevy Chase is in this movie. It's about a bunch of kids. There's news that a potential snowstorm could be coming in. Chevy Chase is the only one who picks up on the news of this, but like no one really believes him. But like he is.
because isn't he a weatherman who just like sucks at his job?
No, he's a weatherman who's like. He's good at his job, but he's like
just
a legit weatherman.
Yes.
But he's socially awkward. Whereas the main guy that everyone loves is just a really good screen star.
Right.
But he sucks at his. He's actually
job.
sucks at his
Okay,
job.
that's
he doesn't
it.
know
That's
anything
it.
about weather.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
He's just an actor.
He's just a
pretty much.
face.
He's just
Just a
he's
face.
Yes.
It's a really good. It's a really good example of electability versus ability to govern.
Yes.
Like, are you able? There's a difference between being able to do the job and being
Right.
able to get the job.
Correct.
So
Right.
those are two very different skill sets. There are people who are really great in interviews and are able to get the job, but they just don't have any skills.
Right.
And then there are
Right.
people who are super socially awkward, but like it's hard for them to
that
communicate.
you should hire because they're going to do the
They're
job
good.
better than anybody.
They're actually gonna do the job
but
right.
They're awkward,
But-
so you're like, oh, maybe they won't fit because they're awkward.
Yeah, like they won't fit with the team and like the
Right,
the
but you're
vibe.
an idiot because you're fucking over your fucking employees. By
Yeah. So
That's right.
Chevy Chase picks up on the storm. He has two kids. The oldest is a son. The youngest is a daughter, which kind of like brings us to the path of the two plot lines for the film, where you have like a little kid angle and you have a teenage angle. The teenage angle we have with the son who is like taking this snow day, who wants to confess his love to the girl of his dreams. The whale thing is iconic. It's a whale.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
It's a whale.
A whale.
That's your
But
favorite
I love
animal.
zebras.
And that's all
because
based because like she dropped like an anklet or something like in a pool.
Yeah.
That had a whale
Yep.
On it,
charm
yeah.
on it. So he
That
thought
was that's
But
he sniffs it, doesn't he?
but here's the thing. But what's interesting about the
kinda
whale
creepy.
thing is that it also shows, because I'm pretty sure the bracelet or anklet was given to her by the shitty boyfriend.
Yeah.
So it shows that the guy doesn't know her because he gave her an anklet with a fucking whale on it when she doesn't like
and
whales,
not a zebra.
she likes zebras.
Yeah,
Very
he doesn't
sad.
even know. He doesn't even know her eye color because when
Yes,
they're ice
correct.
skating,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "What color are my eyes?" And like he doesn't know.
Yes.
And he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And then you have the little kid angle of the story where they've never had 2 snow days in a row.
It's the little sister of the guy that's in love with Emmanuel Cherokee, who is from Entourage, Sloane.
Sloane, yeah, crazy. This cast is actually phenomenal for that itself. Because even like Dax Shepard is the
Ramel.
yeah, Sloane is.
Ramel, stop, calm down. It's a Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a kids movie. It's kind of
Oh no, okay, not Sloane then, bruh.
Rom.
Sloane.
Come on, man. Yeah, Sloane, different character.
Entourage Sloane.
Yeah,
but then you have. So you have the little kid angle where they've never had 2 snow days in a row, and it's funny. What makes this thing iconic is that as a little kid, that's all you wanted.
Correct.
It's great to have a snow day, but I want another snow day.
Another snow day. Like, come on, skies.
Day.
Snow, like, skies need to open again. I think that's honestly
the storm to be so big that
bad,
you cannot possibly be in school the next day either.
Yeah, you want it to knock out power. You know what I'm saying? Just really do some damage.
Yes.
And I think that's the part of this movie.
Kid, you're not thinking about having to pay the bills. You're not thinking about the heat going out and then as a parent,
crippling debt.
Crippling debt. You got shit you got to do. You got to get out. But no, as a kid,
I want
shovel the driveway.
I want to put on my pooey pants. Then I want to put on my snow pants, my boots, and I want to go sledding 2 days in a row.
That's right.
So the little kids want to stop their arch nemesis, Snowplow Man.
The arch nemesis.
Who played by Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott, fantastic.
But guys, I have to be honest. A much better villain in this movie was the principal.
Yes.
Even though the principal was only a cameo character, but his when he first gets shot with a snowball and he goes into that Tony Perkins kind of trance, like, is that the best you got? Is that you got? And like that was
the best
so
part,
perfect.
And the best part about that scene is that they don't show the kids.
Yes.
So all you see is the principal and him trying to get to his car to try to get to the school or whatever the fuck. And it's just like, okay, out of nowhere, like,
but the thing
riddled.
And it's so obvious that those aren't thrown by arms because of the velocity at which those snowballs are going. Those are straight up like by a gun.
Oh, absolutely.
And like
100%.
the fact that the movie ends by him getting in his house and they're in his house.
Yes.
And then like the hand just goes like like to the death of Snowball. Absolutely epic. It's a movie that just like so brilliantly captured like a classic adult visual schemes and then adapted them for a kids film. In terms of in the little kid in the kid part of the movie, and I just like that duality of having a teen angle and then having a younger kid angle, somewhat like what we see with Stranger Things now, which is more of like it's a horror genre, but that and Goonies too, because it had the teen angle, and the little king angle. Right. So I think is a successful combo.
That's one of the elements of like these kid movies that makes them successful or not. To be honest. It gives you not only does it give you more to the story, but it opens it up for more people to relate to it, more kids at various ages to relate to the story.
Exactly. You kind of have
while a teen at the time isn't relating to little kids' snow day, they're relating to I'm trying to get this girl, she's with a guy, that bullshit.
That's piggybacking off of like the and like those like 90s teen rom-coms.
It's like it's also playing off of that typical. It's typical like romance type shit at the time. The main character wants the girl. The girl's dating a guy that's a jerk.
Right.
But the guy has a friend that's a girl that wants him. So you've got just crazy, just like this guy wants this, he wants that, blah blah blah. So it's got all of the elements that you need to be a successful kids movie, especially.
Can we also give a special shout out to the jelly-filled snow nut? Which,
that you think about that now, and it's like, was that snuck in there for some of the older folk?
We talk
jelly-filled snow nut.
We talk about
Vico. Yeah. I'm thinking Vico. I'm thinking like I thought it was like a reference to like a donut, like a jelly-filled donut. You're thinking like a fucking pornographic cream pie?
You can't put that combination of words together.
Yeah,
snow nut?
Yeah, correct.
Come on, man. Jelly-filled snow nut? That just sounds wrong.
No, you have your mind in the gutter. It's jelly, like a donut, and it's filled in the snow.
It's one of those things where... So this... It's like this... In this element of the movie, it's kind of like the Harriet the Spy aspect where you look at it and you want to do those things. Like, as a kid, I wanted to go out there, make snowballs, and put shit inside them. You know what I mean? Do you know how badly I wanted to make a goddamn igloo fort?
Oh, the igloo fort.
Igloos, man. You
with
can
a fucking TV
any type of
inside.
Yeah, man.
I hate that they lost it right away.
I know, it's so tragic.
Also, so unrealistic because it would take you all day to make that fucking thing.
They had that thing done like an hour and 20.
And that you just went outside.
You just went outside. Like that thing would be gone. That thing would take you all day to make.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to enjoy it.
The magic of cinema.
I will say this: Chris Elliott.
Yes.
Who's Chris?
What a guy. The Snowplow Man.
Chris fucking Elliott. And I'm pretty sure we've discussed him on the pod before.
Mm-hmm. We've had to.
But the man...
He's been in some
we should have a Chris Elliott appreciation episode.
The man
we could.
Is the ultimate gross
guy. Yeah.
Gross bad guy.
Almost in every movie he plays, he is he's disgusting in some way. Either he's got boils on his face, he's dirty, he looks like a homeless guy.
The hand thing.
Yeah, he's like a piece of shit.
Has a white head.
The guy, or he's balding with little hairs like sticking out or whatever.
Has a weird hand.
Yes.
He's got the weird hand. Yeah. Grab my strong hand.
He's always that kind of guy, and even in it's always something about Mary, or it's something about Mary, whatever. He's a normal guy for the whole movie up until the end, and then all of a sudden he's got fucking rashes all over his face,
all over his body,
and he's like a freako. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm referring to. Like I would say, he said, I have a white head on my eyelid.
Yeah. So I think Woogie's his name in
something about Mary.
And then in Schitt's Creek,
you know what I mean? So I think that he's really, really locked into that type of role, and I
one of the guys that gets
I appreciate him in all movies for that.
One of the guys that just gets typecasted for the worst possible things, but it works for him.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's another movie that he's in that I have to think of now because it's gonna drive me nuts.
I was thinking about
he's in Kingpin. He's another grimy guy in Kingpin. He comes up to Woody Harrelson and Ishmael in the bar. He's like, "I will give you $1 million to have sex with your friend."
Oh yeah.
I'll let you think about it.
Yeah.
It's again cameo, one scene, nailed it.
Correct, and that's all he needs in these movies. Is just to be one or two scenes.
Right.
So funny, funny. He's anything he's in, you're gonna be grossed out and laughing at the same time.
Yeah,
I think with the great there's just so many things about that movie. When they're trying to exchange the bird, the Wayne.
Yeah.
And that the ending scene, it's all good. It's just phenomenal through and through. I watch that movie at least once every winter.
I think you have to. First snowfall of the year, I feel like you have to pop that in.
First snowfall of the year.
Even as adults, where we probably still have to go to work and stuff.
It perfectly encapsulates that feeling of being a child.
Yes,
it just
it
perfectly
does,
encapsulates that wonder of just being a kid, having a day off from school, and like just having the time of your life with that.
The moment that you wake up as a kid and you see that it's bright outside.
Preach. Say it.
And you wake up and you look out the window and you see snow, and then you have to run to your mom or your dad or whoever.
You gotta see, did they
find
call?
out? You crank on the radio or you crank on the TV to see if the school is fucking closed. Now, back then we didn't have the internet, so it was more of a suspense because you'd have to listen to the radio, or you would have to
the TV, the weather channel.
You could get a phone call, and that was the biggest thing. Like, if you heard the phone ring at 6 a.m., you knew.
If you heard the phone ring at 7 a.m., you knew you were locked in to stay in bed.
Snow day, baby!
You snuggled your blanket and your pillows deeper because you're like, I'm sleeping in, bitch.
Knowing that in about an hour, you're going to wake up and not really sleep in that much longer because you're going to go outside and you're going to dick around all fucking day.
All day, and you know what? You're gonna sleep. You're gonna have some hot cocoa later. Sleep. Get to sleep early.
Yes.
Do it all over again.
Problem. When you would wake up and find out it's not. All it is a delayed opening.
Yeah.
Go. Fuck yourself. A delayed opening
it's
is
like,
such
cool. Thank you. I'm
it's a
gonna
dick
get
tease.
to now sleep
it's a hard
for
dick tease.
30 minutes.
An extra half hour, and I gotta go out there and still soak it up a little bit before school.
Yeah.
And you still have to shovel the snow so that you can get the car out so you can go to school.
Correct.
And it's just like, oh my god, delayed opening.
It's like what a waste.
Yeah.
It was a waste. It was such a delayed opening. Was so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
It was the epitome of like a blacktop day in elementary school, where it's like it was either gonna be, you would have three options: regular day, blacktop day, in school day. It's like at that point, just give me the in school. It's like I will play video games in the hallway for an hour.
Recess is not fun on fucking hard concrete.
There's nothing to do.
You could play.
There's nothing to do.
You could play.
What are we gonna play?
Because they didn't give us. Exactly. They gave us 3 playground balls and maybe a frisbee and jump ropes.
Right.
We played cops and robbers a couple times, and it only took one guy running into a fence, getting impaled in his throat. Where that was no longer allowed.
Honestly,
Blacktop
Days just looked like a drug dealing scenario.
It did.
You saw the clicks. You saw the clicks back then, man. Hard.
Yes, the clicks.
Because like you're in a confined area. Yeah. So like I couldn't even sit under a tree and
very
like
clicky. Yeah.
Because again, bullied in elementary school, so the blacktop days did not bode well for me. And then like honestly, when Miss Valentino would come on the speaker, I feel like she kind of like knew like that there was real suspense because she was go, today will be ... a black top day.
Get the fuck out of that shit, dude.
And then so many days, I would just be like, can I just go to the library and play Oregon Trail?
Just give me the indoor day for that reason.
Give me the indoor day.
I'll catch a dysentery.
Let us stay inside. Let us play fucking Pokemon cards.
Yeah, we could play Pokemon. You could do the computer. You could draw in color for all you want.
Yeah.
You know what? Remember they let us sit in these little book circles. We were never reading anything. We were just hanging out.
Honestly,
those were the days.
Pokemon cards was how like the gangster shit was starting on Blacktop Days. Like, because it was straight up like stealing rare cards and like conning people for cards. To the point
making trades that had no business being done.
That had no business being done. And then when
nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Nobody knew what was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then parents getting called because he's like, your son duped someone for what was it? A Charizard? A Charizard?
It was a shiny car with a dragon on it.
Yeah.
So
I remember I sold Connor Redmond, not sold, I guess. I traded Connor Redmond a Blastoise card for like a 1995 New Jersey Devils Stanley Cup hat and shirt combination. I stand by that decision to this day.
Man. I mean, that Blastoise card was probably worth more than that stuff now.
Right now, 100%.
To be honest.
It took a while, but it
took a while. Yeah.
I will never forget his shit-eating grin. Like when I gave it to him, it was almost like Gollum, like getting the ring. Like,
Yeah.
Like ran over, put in a car protector. Like,
wait, so
those are the days, man, to be young.
What are our scores for Snow Day? I will let Gav kick it off.
Sorry, I was looking for my Pokemon cards, which don't seem to be here, so someone stole my shit.
They're around there somewhere, Gav.
So we have a problem. Snow Day. I give Snow Day a 9 out of 10. That is just a great kids movie.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. 9 out of 10. It is.
I told you there was.
It is much better than Harriet the Spy in terms of like overall better kids movie.
Yeah. I told you there's gonna be ramifications for talking ill about Harriet, trying to be disrespectful. So I will take that vengeance out on you now, and I will give Snow Day, instead of a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 now, just to
2 points
to really
down.
make you feel bad. You could have had it be a perfect 10, and you blew it.
Okay, you know what, Pico? I believe your movie is next, so let's just.
The funny thing is, I think Snow Day actually might probably be the best out of the 3 films, but we're going to end on this one because it had star power.
I'm actually going to disagree with you on that. I think that Good Burger
You think Good Burger? Okay, let's get into it then.
Maybe not the best, but I think that it's my favorite out of the 3.
Rewatchability, I will watch Good Burger no matter what time of year. If I see it on Netflix, Hulu, whatever, I'll probably watch it from whatever it's on. But anyway, yes, I am going to pick Good Burger. Great film, of course, made famous by the skit on All That, as you can see on Rom's shirt, starring the improbable Kel Mitchell and Kenan Thompson. Probably one of the best comedy duos of our lifetimes. And it's crazy that Kel is just now kind of having a tiny resurgence, as big as Kenan's got. But Kel, it's crazy because Kel is the driving force behind it. This film is the driving force behind the Kenan and Kel show, in my opinion. Yep. This is just a great film. Basically,
as much as not to interrupt you, but real quick, as much as Kenan is hilarious and has had the most success, I think that we really don't get half as many of the laughs without Kel.
Nope.
Maybe if at all, because Kel really was the one that put in the physical comedy into that duo.
Right.
Whereas Kenan was more the smarter comedy, like a lot of the things he said, a lot of the jokes, and he set Kel up a lot for the stuff that Kel did. Yeah. But Kel executed he was an alley-oop everything perfectly.
Like you said, he was the physical comedy.
I think the thing about the two of them is that it plays really into like a very basic rule of character structure when it comes to comedy, because you have what they call like the short-nosed fool and the long-nosed fool. So where the short-nosed, I think it's the long-nosed fool is the Kel Mitchell type, the physical comedy, the dummy, the one that doesn't, so you're getting that slapstick humor. When the short-nosed fool is more the guy who thinks he's brilliant and has something up his sleeve, but really he's also a dumbass, making the dumbest decisions alive, and so the audience can sense the irony and the stupidity from his arrogance, and then Kenan Kenan usually played that very well. So you had that dynamic of those two traditional comedic character structures playing off each other, and they just both were like A class in those two. They just were amazing. Even till now, he's freaking still on SNL. That's just it just goes to show, as little kids, it wasn't just because they're good for little kid audiences. No, the two of them were just talented. Period.
They were talented, and they had that natural chemistry.
Yes,
which is great.
Chemistry,
Yeah. So getting back to Good Burger. So the basis of the movie is Kenan Thompson getting ready for summer, takes his mom's car on the last day of school and gets into an accident because of Ed, Kel Mitchell's character, rollerblading across the street, crashes into his teacher's car, played by Sinbad.
Great
underrated character. Unbelievable character.
Underrated character in that movie.
Yeah.
So it forces his whole summer to go awry, and he has to get a summer job to be able to pay for the damage to the car. So he takes up a local job at Good Burger after getting turned down from the new Mondo Burger that's opening up across the street. And that's where the fun happens. Mondo Burger is stealing all of Good Burger's clientele, and Good Burger needs something to save them. Keenan realizes that Kel is making this amazing sauce that makes the burgers outrageous taste so good, and ends up basically stealing from him. Didn't he cut him out of a...
He makes him sign a contract that basically gives...
For every burger sold with the sauce? Yeah.
Yeah, it gives Kel 20% of every burger, and then Keenan
gets like 80%.
Some disgusting number.
It's crazy, and like everything's going fine because Kel, he's like, he's a simple man. He thinks everything is good. Right. Keenan's his friend, blah blah blah. Yeah. Keenan,
Kel is more involved. Kel is more involved in it because he thinks that Keenan is being his friend.
His friend.
That's something that he doesn't have a lot because Kel's character is like a dummy in the movie, so everyone kind of looks at him like a
he's a strange bird. But the thing is, everyone that works with Kel, the Josh Sherver types, I think the girl that Keenan ends up falling in love with, Monique. Everyone says how great, how great Kel is.
He's good-hearted.
Right.
Yeah. So then it gets to the point where Mondo Burger knows that, listen, we can't compete with this sauce. We can make our burgers bigger. It's not going to work. We got to cut out Good Burger, and we're going to do it by poisoning the sauce. That's where this movie, I think, comes off the fucking rails. Yeah. And it's because they poison the sauce. They get Keenan and Kel taken to a mental institution.
Oh yeah, I forget about that.
And there's that whole scene where with the crazy bird girl that releases all the zebras from the zoo, then the big gigantic guy. This is where the movie comes off the rails to me. Yeah, you got Parliament Funkadelic in there. George Clinton doing the thing with the dreads. And of course, they get back. They waste perfectly good ice cream bars trying to get away from the people chasing him away from the mental institution just to get back to the restaurant, and it leads to one of the most iconic scenes in the film. When that old woman gets form tackled by Kel before she eats the burger and potentially dies.
Right.
Unbelievable. And somewhere during this whole thing, they sneak into Mondo Burger and realize they're using some type of horse-grade hormone in the meat that could be very dangerous for people.
Sort of steroid to make the patty.
I think it's
this fucking huge.
I'm gonna butcher the name of it, but I think it's phenylprophylaline or something like that. And they're it makes our burgers juicy and huge. And listen, man, this movie's great because everything that they got in a 5-minute skit on all that, they were able to get a full hour and a half, hour and 45-minute movie. Carmen Electra's in the movie trying to hook up with Ed. He's too dumb to realize it. It just this is just a class film.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, the cameos are.
Shaq.
That's what I wanted to say too. The Shaquille O'Neal cameo is epic.
That's a good burger.
Epic fucking cameo.
I said I wanted tomatoes on those burgers. There's no tomatoes. Oh well, okay.
Consider yourself.
Consider yourself tomatoed. You're not like other people, are you?
You're not like other people, are you? Yeah.
Shaquille, you heard it here first. Shaquille O'Neal, a guy who likes good food.
The burger looks literally like a White Castle burger in our hands, in his hands.
And
does he say that's a good burger?
That's a good burger. That's a good burger.
Yeah. Oh my god!
And I'm gonna add that's the thing about this movie that I love the most is that it makes me crave just a good burger.
Yeah, correct.
Yes. No pun intended by that. 100%. And I would have loved to know what was in Ed's sauce, man. What do you think?
Same.
Do you think it was fancy sauce? I don't know.
It was some kind of red sauce, but
he was putting boots in it.
Yeah,
and
he was putting random shit in, of course. Because
as
little kid movies, you gotta go over the top with it, but
when he's making the sauce, plopping all this ugly shit in it.
Look, man, the movie, what I love about the movie is, man, it's cool, it's great to me, and I don't know at the time when I don't know what year did this come out.
I was gonna pull that up right now because I feel like that's a really good point.
Has to be mid-90s.
Good burger.
So it's 97.
97. Okay. So my thing is, I don't know when this came out in relation to other movies that came out from the SNL skits. But
right.
what I love about this movie, what I love about this movie is that it's basically all that was our SNL.
Yeah,
exactly. It was a kids' SNL, which they nailed.
The fact that these two guys and that particular skit was so popular that they were able to then take that skit and make it a full-length feature movie, just spoke to how big these two guys were, Keenan and Kel, and that skit and what they were doing for us like as kids. I love that they did that. I think the whole concept of the movie is fucking like great from start to finish. The idea that it's a competing fucking burger joint with this one and the burger joint, the little weasel white guy that is the manager of that Mondo Burger, that fucking funny voice. Hilarious.
Wasn't he the guy from like Power Man? Wasn't he from Power Man 5000 or something like that? Like, he looks looks like a quintessential like 90s 2000s like rock rock star.
You're going in the grinder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think everything, all the elements. They had all of the elements. They had all the celebrity cameos that at the time. Carmen Electra was big at the time for us.
Yeah, Shaq was probably one of the biggest athletes on the planet.
Yeah, Shaq was huge for us. Sinbad was like in random
Sinbad was big.
He
was a big comedian.
He had a show in the 90s too.
Yeah, he had a sitcom. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's others. I mean, you still had like a couple of the cameos of like you had Lori Beth Denberg. I'm pretty sure is in the movie, is in a scene somewhere.
Yeah, she played Connie Muldoon.
Yeah, Josh Server's in it.
Josh Server's in it.
Right. So you had
the fat guy who's owns the Good Burger.
The manager is the guy from all that who was always talking about the corn.
Yeah, the Big Ear of Corn guy.
Yeah, so it's like it was really just like an overall collective, really like all that movie, which is what I like loved about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, just everything was great. Keenan was just like the cool guy. Everyone wanted to be that cool guy with the cool '90s outfits.
Yeah, he had the great steez, man.
Yeah, the great steez.
It's like the long
the fire jackets.
Man.
The hell it was. It's great, man. The scene where they go inside.
It's crazy.
They go inside. They try to go into Mondo Burger, and they're like dressed up as girls.
They dress as women.
And,
yeah.
Like, Kel is obviously like taking it over the top, and he wears like the girl like lingerie almost.
Yeah, he's wearing like a garter and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they like strip them.
They strip them because they're like, you guys aren't girls, and then they like strip them, and then Keenan's wearing a white T-shirt and boxers,
and Kel's like wearing like a bra and pants. It's just great comedy. That's just great comedy.
Yeah, it's just hilarious. It's really good.
It's incredible that this movie's 24 years old, and again the rewatchability is through the roof. 24 years old, man. We were basically like 9-10 years old when this movie came out, and it's really stood the test of time. Again, it's a movie that I'll watch if I see it on, and I'm not like glued to something else or looking for something else. Like I'll keep that on.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't have anything else. The movie.
I don't even know if
it's not really a movie that like you need to in-depth kind of review. It's just like
it's just
this is
fun kids movie, man.
It's a fucking fun kids movie. Yeah, man, it's a really good fucking, really, really, really awesome fucking movie.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Scores?
I'm gonna give it. I know I was gonna say. I'm gonna give it a 9. I know I was gonna say that Snow Day is a better film, but actually getting to talk about this one, it puts it up there, man. 9 for the Good Burger.
I'm gonna go 9 as well.
Here's where he shits on the parade. He hates the movie. He's a vegan now.
I don't hate.
He's
the
a
movie,
vegan. He hates meat. Hates meat.
But for me, it's a solid 8.
That's not bad. Okay. That's not terrible.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
Solid 8 of a film.
We will respect that.
It's a solid 8.
Okay, so
absolutely.
Quickly before we leave, I just wanted to just talk about the Spider-Man trailer that leaked and then dropped.
Oh,
because
that's a drop.
The Spider-Man trailer leaked at one point last week or this week.
Yep.
And then everybody was talking about it, and then it looks like Marvel then scrambled because they had to, and they dropped it. They dropped the trailer.
Which you knew was going to happen.
Which obviously you have to. Like once it leaks, hey, just let it.
You have to drop. You have to drop.
Just drop it.
At the very least, just give it to us in good quality because we already saw it in shitty quality.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So basically confirmed, we're getting all the Tobey Maguire shit. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man shit.
So okay. So
at the very least, we're getting Goblin Guy, and we're getting Octopus Guy.
Yeah, those guys.
At the very least.
Let me just pass me the steering wheel, Ramel. All right. So, Jesus Christ. So for this Spider-Man 3 No Way Home, it's been rumored for a very long time that we would be getting introduced to the multiverse.
Right.
Spider-Man No Way Home is a part of kind of this somewhat soft trilogy that's been introduced. WandaVision, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness. This is kind of the bunch, the bunchevity, if you will, of what we're getting.
That is a $10 word, my friend.
Yeah, nice.
The bunchevity of this situation. This is, of course, a teaser trailer, so we're not going to get a lot of things revealed, as it should be, because there's going to be a lot of surprises, but just things that are so hype that I personally wouldn't want to see them in a trailer. I want to see them for the first time when I actually go to see the film. Very much my criticism for when BVS was going to drop for the final trailer. They gave you that money shot of the DC Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in the trailer. When it's like, no, you should have saved that for theater.
Yes,
you don't reveal that money shot.
Yes, right.
So Marvel, I think, is going to be very intelligent in order to not show us those things in a trailer. I hope so. So this will have the return of Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
They don't have to. The hype is already there.
They don't have to. It's already there.
The
Marvel's
there,
a machine.
exactly.
Everyone's going to go see it. We already know everyone's going to go see it. You just showed us the Green Goblin's his name, bitch.
Sure.
His the little bomb thing, and then you have Dr. Octopus also making a small cameo at the end of the trailer, confirming that the Tobey Maguire Spider-Verse elements are going to be in this movie.
Right.
Andrew Garfield will be in there too, because if you freeze frame some moments within the trailer, there's hints at Electro, Jamie Foxx, and then there's also Sandman, a tease, which is Spider-Man 3. So the Sinister Six is the name of the comic book bad guy team, and it's going to be them versus the 3 Spider-Men.
Oh,
let's sick. Go. That's gonna be sick.
I do like
this
that.
movie.
I do
definitely
like
on board for that.
I'm
definitely
not a Spider-Man guy, but I do like that.
I like that.
It's gonna be very. The fingers are.
Will we get the
Here's
Spider-Man meme?
Yes. There's no doubt at all that the Spider-Man pointing meme is gonna happen.
Even if it's just
movie.
like a slight split second.
It's Marvel. They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
The uproar in the theater is gonna be amazing.
Correct.
Yes. I'm
that
hoping
pop
for
is
that.
Gonna be great.
Yes, it's gonna be crazy, and my fingers are crossed with the Miles Morales Spider-Man, because in the Sonyverse, the multiverse has already been confirmed. So we already know about the multiverse in the Spider-Verse. So by that definition, Miles Morales Spider-Man can make a live action.
Right. Even if he's not suited up.
Yeah.
No, but a cameo.
At least put the kid in and have somebody say, hey, Miles. Or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. Just tease it.
That's enough to know that we see a Miles. We know that there's a Miles in the fucking movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this movie's that they don't have to give us that much. Oh my God, this movie does come out this December. That's crazy. Though that is up for debate, because right now we have Shang-Chi, which will release next week.
Another one that I'll probably watch again. I saw the and I like I mentioned in our group chat, one of the fighting scenes on the bus, and the fact that they gave
that
Jackie Chan a nod by him doing some of the moves, like with the jacket. I appreciated that, and that alone is something that's like, all right, they did their research. They gave a nod to a great
icon,
an icon of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're
the
really
film.
trying here with this. So I definitely locked me in for that.
There's a lot of positive reception for Simu Liu. I hope I said his name right. He's the lead actor who's playing Shang-Chi. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, just got silent for a second. The movie's getting a lot of buzz. There's a lot of surprises in it, a lot of little secret reveals. So I'm definitely gonna double mask up. I'm gonna go to the movie probably next Saturday morning, which I think is gonna come. I think it's next Saturday to watch it in theaters. But the release dates for Eternals and Spider-Man No Way Home depends entirely on how Shang-Chi does in its theater release, because Shang-Chi will be at a completely only theaters. It will not have
And that's the
Disney
first
Plus
time that
early
that's the first
access.
time that they're doing that since
in this
pre-COVID?
COVID with how they've been releasing movies thus far.
Oh, okay.
So how Shang-Chi does, I'm a little mad that you're doing this first ever Asian-led movie as the experiment to determine what you're going to do with your white movies, but all the more reason why I do want to go to theaters and support it.
Right.
It is a very big deal, so we'll see how it does with the box office in terms of what their expectation, and if Spider-Man and Eternals will have to get moved to 2022. Hopefully not.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well,
right.
I mean, we'll see what happens. But next week we'll have a good slate of movies to watch.
Some new stuff
good
coming
job
out there.
today, boys. Felt great to look back and watch these old movies and discuss them, because these were our childhood.
Nostalgic.
These were our childhood for fucking millions of people, and I recommend anybody who's listening to this watch them again if you haven't seen them in a long time, and if you have kids, put them on for the kids. They'll fucking love these movies.
Yeah, let them see it.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, we'll catch you next week.
Until next week.
Till then, peace out, boys.
Awesome.
Peace.
Later.